Hi friends, welcome back. Long overdue welcome back. It's been a long time since we vlogged. We are traveling into Pennsylvania this weekend for a spooky time. We're actually at the Dorney Park Haunt. There's a hearse behind us. We're in the park. Dorney Park, while our kingdom is doing weekends only haunts through September and October, we've never done it. We kind of set up last year when we were up here, but didn't actually be able to come to the haunt event. So we're changing that right now. Park just opened. There's some interesting things going on so far. They're very, very particular on new rules. We got handed these zero tolerance rules. Let me see if I can get that up there. You can pause if you want to, but they're not screwing around. They don't want you causing any disruptions. Small bag policy as well. Like, even Kristen's small little bag was just barely enough to get in. So things are going on here. They're hoping for a good time tonight. I don't know what else to say. We were told to go down to the lower portion because all the monsters are going to enter for the scare zones in a few minutes. So we're going to head on down there and see what's going on. So we found this bar at the end of one of the scare zones here. We'll get back into it. We have some time. But what is blood bag zombie juice? I'll drink your blood. Do you want one?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to.
I'm fascinated.
Zombie juice. So they used to have these blood bags at HHN years ago before we started visiting. So
you have to.
It's a little clip.
I have no hand strength. This is gonna be bad.
Maybe just pull it off, or you need to actually.
I don't know.
All right, we're back. We figured it out. You unclip it. You don't do it further. So easy. Good?
Yeah. This one is Granny Smith apple.
Awesome.
Honest to God, I don't remember 90% of that night. Well, I got the muffins. They feel like they're bone up his feet.
This guy's awesome. You see this? At the far end of the park down near, well, past Possessed and stuff, there's one haunted house, and this is Enigma. I have no idea what to expect. You'll see signs around everything that these attractions open at 7 p.m. to do that. We're going to go to the entrance and see what's going on. So you kind of walk literally off the beaten path to get to some of these houses, I guess. So we're going alongside here, off and on. I can imagine with the wheelchair that would be kind of inconvenient. But Enigma's right back here. Looks like they are staggering people in though, which should be good. This is our first really regional haunt, so we're kind of excited to see what it entails. So we just completed our first house, which is Enigma, which can be best described as an optical illusions house.
A
lot of mirrors, a lot of strobes, a lot of lasers. Try really much to disorient you. The biggest concern that we had, honestly, is that it just wasn't. There wasn't a lot going on. A lot of the characters were just standing there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're allowed to wander here. We had a couple parties in front of us that were quite obviously easy scares, and they could. I know at least in the first room, like they followed them. So we may have missed a lot.
Yeah, it ended up being very empty. There's potential for sure. It's very just.
They had one drop door that was very loud that kept going off over and over.
And you can hear it everywhere.
You can hear it, even outside. You can probably hear it going off. It's very loud.
Weird start to the night. Yeah. Necropolis. Haunted house number 2. Well, I guess it's not really a house because it's outside. Let's see. Question mark? Should be cool. Can feel a bit of the outside here. Looks like we're entering a cemetery that's outside, but I want to highlight these cue poles. It's a cemetery. There's bones. There are buckets. It's all it's very well themed. I appreciate the shovels. It's cute. Well, I mean, not cute. It's a haunt event. It's spooky and scary, but it's cute.
Spooky.
Okay, so we just finished up Necropolis, which was it's an outdoor haunted house. It felt very much like a scare zone.
It's a scare zone. It was a good. If you think of it as a haunted house, it was not good. It was fine. But as a scare zone, like theming was great.
Aesthetic, the music, the fog, the lighting, everything of it felt very much like what we wanted Graveyard Deadly Unrest to be, a little more confined and stuff, universal.
Yeah, at the same time though, part of the reason it was so interesting is it was so big.
It's huge.
It's a huge area and it's kind of more free form. So the theming, it doesn't focus you to look at anything specific. It's kind of all over, which is really cool. I think that's a really nice.
Yeah, it's a big graveyard. Yeah. Not very accessible though. It is an outdoor path on mulch.
That's a mulch.
So I don't think a wheelchair or an ECV is going to get through that. Pretty long though, but also these waits are pretty. They're going by really quick. We were worried that we would need to get the fast lane type deal too, and we honestly don't need it because things are moving by really quick.
I do have to admit, the one thing that is becoming increasingly challenging as we go through these is just finding a lot of groups of younger teenagers. So generally, I'd say like between 14 to 17. And
we are not the target market.
We all know what 14 and 17-year-olds do when in groups in public places with no supervision. So it's been a little hard. But we'll see. Hopefully things will even out. Things will go a little bit better as the night goes.
Yeah. We got one more down this section right now, which is actually right behind us. Down back there. That one's called Trick or Treat. The little
Witches.
capstone line, yeah, witches. So we're gonna go hop in line. Okay, we just got done with Trick or Treat, which is Witches Trick or Treaters Gone Wrong house. In terms of all the house we've done so far, these are the biggest sets. This is the most intricately designed.
This was the most decorated.
It was nice. It was very cool. Not very scary aesthetically. Again, very cool though. Very Halloween-esque.
There were a lot more moving parts in this. Like they had a lot of mechanisms, so like swinging chandeliers or
some
movement that wasn't like human. like it wasn't puppeting, but it was actually like mechanics, and that was kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Because we don't get to see that a lot, where it's actual like
moving parts that aren't somebody controlling it. Like it's
Yeah.
actually just happening. So that was nice.
So we're working our way up.
Yeah, we're gonna go that way, where the rest of everything else is. This looks great. This is such a vibe. This is really just great.
Only get this side. I didn't put any makeup on this side. This is my good side. Are you getting in the picture?
There's a video, but we can do a picture.
It works.
This is the Hollow. And I am Artemis Ward. Happy haunting.
Okay, we have this thing called the Lair, and I'm unsure exactly what it is because there's no line for it. Like it would be a haunted house, and it's outside, and on the list it's not like listed as a haunted house, but it's kind of outside. There's no line for it. People are just entering, so I think it's technically a scare zone. I don't know if I could film inside, but we're gonna ask, I guess.
Bye.
Vampires.
I don't mind much. You should be groveling at my feet for mercy. She said grovel, Joseph. Everyone will tell me grovel.
Okay, little status check after doing a few more things. Since we last talked, we did the Skeleton Crew show, which is great.
Two thumbs. Wait up.
We've witnessed the glowing organs and the other show, like 20-minute long. They're these nice, good
Really
shows.
Nice breaks from everything that's going on.
And then we just did this thing called the
Lair.
The Lair. I keep saying the hive.
The Lair.
The Lair. It's not a house. It's not a scare zone. It's a weird mix of the two. But it was better than Enigma. So that was fun. A lot of Sith, a lot of gore.
Very, very gory. Very vampire.
It was fun.
But
We got a few more houses to do, and only 2 hours to do it. So
off we go.
keep going. Hello, ducky. This is fun. Included with admission.
It's sick.
Chop, 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 chop. Roadside stopping, shopping, chopping corns and everything else. We are going to go hop in line for this one here. This is brand new for the event this year. Last year it was a corn stalker or something. I still see a lot of corn, so it's going to, I don't even know what to think here.
Corn.
It's corn.
All right, folks, take a look around.
Okay, we just got done with the Roadside Stop and Shop. We're outside of a roller coaster, so it's a little loud here. Super, super good house.
Yeah,
It's outside.
I was really impressed. It got us both good once, but it got us both good.
Which hasn't happened yet tonight, so very impressed there. Which is good. It feels very much like Hallow Scream House. Like it's on that level. The other houses have been good, but not like up to a non-regional par. I feel this is top tier. This is great. And
I don't know what it was. So we started at the very back and we're working our way forward, right? Everything's getting increasingly better as we're going, which is great.
So,
perfect.
There's a few more to do. I heard there's a Bayou house, so that's up next. You're welcome.
Like you filmed before.
I know, right? Trying to figure out lighting sources. So we just finished a house called Tourist Trap, which is a late 1800s hotel World's Fair. I don't even know what was going on. It was a spooky hotel. A lot of drop doors, a lot of air gags, a lot of moving parts.
Gore. Lots of gore. Yeah. They want your face.
This was another really solid house.
I think this one also had a kind of that same concept of free-floating scare actors. So,
they just wander through rooms.
I just, at one point, I just had a dude that was directly behind me through 2 rooms. And I don't know where he was meant to be, but he was just, I looked back at one point and I just go, just creepy dude. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Figured he'd go away. He did not go away. He continued. So, that's kind of fun. I like that it keeps you going. We're not the easiest scares, though, so.
No, we got good in the last house, and this one's kind of... drop doors. I don't like drop doors. Anything with drop doors I don't like, so. One more house to go, I think.
I have absolutely no idea. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah. We'll try to find some food, too.
Food!
Okay, we just finished our last house of the evening, which was Blood on the Bayou.
Blood on the Bayou.
Which was, again, very gory.
Yes. There was gators.
There was gator. It wasn't a real gator, but it was
like being home.
Yeah. Snakes and spiders and gators and bayou and
sounds like Florida.
A big beating heart for some reason too. It was weird. Weird house, very gory, but again,
it was fun. I think this one had my favorite outfits.
Yeah,
they were all actually super in-themed outfits.
A lot of
which is fun.
Face makeup. It's easy to see. They're not too dark, so it's nice to see the work they've done in the makeup and the costumes. It's really, it's nice. It's nice to see a regional haunt go the extra mile to make it look really good. Yeah. So we are going to skip the blackout house because supposedly it's literally pitch black, which sounds super fun.
I'm not about that life.
So we're gonna migrate out, gather some thoughts, and see you in the front of the park, I guess.
Onward!
So we did 2 of the 3 shows. We missed the drum show, though. Also was happening at 10 o'clock, and we missed it. But looking across the lagoon here, I can hear drums, and there's a lot of fire. And that sounds awesome. Kind of wish we would have seen it now, but we want to get the other houses done. So actually, we lied. Because what would be going to a theme park without us, of course, hitting up the gift store. So we're going to show you a bit of what's in here, specifically a lot of the haunt stuff. Looks like they have a Nobu necklace. We've seen this around the park, people wearing them. $13. The monsters will know not to scare you. Of course, this does not guarantee a scare-free evening, but we've seen a lot of the regional parks do this, which are nice. I like the skeleton, too. It matches the other skeletons around the park. Whee! All right, this is a hearse that's it's a gift. It's fun. Is that a shirt?
It does look like it.
That's the Nobu necklace. So they put it's cute. Just a very nice basic Dorney Park shirt for the haunts. I have this cinch bag.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. He was able to get one for us for this evening. Ryan is with Dorney Park. Big shout out. He helped us out tonight. We had a great evening. He said that there's also some really good Halloween treats. Oh my goodness. There are. These are cute. I like the fudge dip marshmallow puffs too. Caramel pecan cheesecake fudge, pumpkin cheesecake, caramel apple, cotton candy, dirt. These are the cool ones. Nutella cheesecake. Look at that. That's adorable. They're cheesecake stuffed apples. They're really cool. Let's take one home. And then they have this sweater. Glow in the dark. The back is the coolest piece though. It has a few of the coasters on the back. And it has a spider. And I don't like spiders, so. Plus, I mean, I'm not going to wear a hoodie in Florida as it is because reasons.
Scooter.
And they have a tie-dye version of the other shirt too. Is that on the back or the front?
The front.
Oh, does it have? It has a spider though.
It does have a scooter.
Yeah, very weird, but I really appreciate it has the coasters. A lot of bugs though. Kind of over bugs at this point this year. Okay, so that wraps up our evening at the Dorney Park Haunt for 2022. It is still, yeah. Oh my God, losing track of time. Overall, we feel we got value for the money we paid for the event.
Yep.
We had tickets during a slasher sale, quote unquote. So we had them for $29.99 each.
Super great deal. I'm really excited that they run that promotion. It really, I'm sure, helps get people into the park.
And I mean, this is also, we found out it's included with your regular season pass. So if you have a season pass, this is considered regular park hours, not a specially ticketed event like, say, Horror Nights or Not So Scary, which is also fun.
Or Hollow Scream.
Or anything else, really. I'm amazed that it's during regular park hours. Like, this is cool. The event's fun. The event's very fun. A lot of the houses, a lot of the characters, people are putting their everything into it, and it feels good. The event could use a little help on adjusting its clientele.
And they don't have any control over that, and that's not to say anything negative, but I do know for us, it was a big impact.
It was a detractor. It was bad.
For a lot of the groups, especially like I said earlier, younger teenagers, they kind of kept up throughout the entire evening, and it made it really difficult. Like the last house we did, I couldn't enjoy it at all.
No, a lot of screaming in our ears, a lot of
like getting up close and touching. I got touched more by other people in that house than I don't like that. They also, something that's happened here that I haven't seen anywhere else that was very odd was like crowds taking it upon themselves to scare each other.
Yeah, that was weird. We had over near the Lair, we had this little kid scream at us outside and then scream at us again after the little...
And he was doing it to everybody. He was just random, like a 5-year-old just running up to random people and screaming his head off and then running away.
And then we saw other people doing it in other scare zones and around the park as well, just to random people. And it's not something you see at like Horror Nights per se. Like it'd be considered horseplay. You'd be done at that point.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
It's disheartening to see because after giving us these little papers upon entering, none of the rules were really enforced. The no entry after 6 and the bag policy.
That was about it.
Profanity, I mean, we're going to try to edit this video up, but the amount of profanity coming out of children's mouths is wild.
Sorry if you hear anything, because I think every clip that we tried to take ended up having some form of
vulgarity.
someone screaming profanity. Because let's be honest, when you have 14 to 17-year-olds and they're out and they're by themselves and they're with their friends, we were all there. We've all been to that point in our lives. We have to admit it.
Yeah.
But it definitely was a weird point as an adult to be like, we need to bring it down. And again, that has nothing to do, like the park can only control it to a certain extent. I know that it's something that Cedar Fair has been looking at previously because they've had other incidences at other locations.
Well, specifically, like recently, the first weekend at Scarowinds last week, and Knott's recently had some situations as well. So the Cedar Fair are adjusting their operations
Yeah.
So we're waiting to see what Dorney Park does, especially because it's still early in their haunt season.
We'll see. There's definitely things that could change. It is what it is, and honestly, we did get value for our money, but it is something that heavily impacted us. Is that I wouldn't say that it was something I'd do again for that.
So that about wraps it up from Dorney Park here.
We had a good time, though.
Yeah, it was a very enjoyable time. I really enjoyed it. The rides are open. We didn't really highlight that because we were here for the haunt event specifically. We've done all the rides before, but the rides are open. Possessed and Talon and Steel Force and all that are open, so you can ride the rides during it. The waits were pretty short. We were wondering if we had to buy the fast track or the haunt track, whatever it's called.
On a Friday night, no, it was very manageable. Saturday night, I could see this place being packed.
Yeah, we heard it was very
quickly.
busy Saturday, so we're happy we're here tonight. But we are going to get out of here. We have a bit of a ride ahead of us. We got some more fun stuff happening tomorrow too, so we're going to try to get some sleep. And thanks for watching.
Again.
Yeah, more haunts tomorrow. Have a great evening, guys.
Bye.